Coming up, we'll be on location at Titanium MedSpa in Owings Mills, Maryland, discussing advances in med spa treatments and how they can effectively help you achieve the beautiful look you've always desired with one of this region's top aesthetic and beauty experts, Sade Turner. Welcome, Sade. It's a pleasure having you on our program today.
It's so nice to be here.
Oh, it's your first time, in fact, with us.
Yep.
On our program. We have a lot to talk about. We're going to be hearing from a couple of your clients a bit later as well. But I wanted to begin by letting the audience know that your spa and yourself, Titanium MedSpa, are certainly recognized as one of this region's top med spas. You're recognized as a top aesthetic nurse practitioner throughout the region. You have many years of experience in both the medical field and the aesthetic and beauty industry as well, by the way, which we love. You're also the founder and CEO of Titanium MedSpa, located here in Owings Mills, Maryland. And I wanted to begin by asking you, Sade, if you can please tell us a bit more about your background and how that shaped your vision for Titanium MedSpa and how that benefits your patients, because you're helping so many folks throughout the region through your non-invasive treatments look younger and feel better.
So Rocco, I started in the beauty industry over 10 years ago as a makeup artist. And then very quickly, I developed a passion for skincare. So from being a makeup artist, I then transitioned into becoming an esthetician. After about a few months as an esthetician, I started a registered nursing program because I knew that I wanted to help people not only with their skin, but with other health conditions as well. And then I immediately knew that I wanted to own a med spa, so I took it a step further and became a nurse practitioner so that I could be able to own my own med spa and provide treatments to patients on a higher level.
Well, you're certainly doing that, and you have taken each step necessarily, gained the experience needed each step of the way in the aesthetic and beauty areas, from the medical background as well, from the nursing background, to really be able to help the patients and clients and folks throughout this region like you are. Now, there have been many advances in med spa treatments over the last few years, as you know very well. And I wanted to ask you if you can tell us about what some of these most effective treatments are that are helping folks and that you offer here at Titanium MedSpa.
Here at Titanium MedSpa, we offer laser hair removal, IV hydration, skin care, such as facials, microneedling, chemical peels. We also offer prescription treatment of derm conditions like acne, eczema, rosacea.
Oh, so you offer the skin facial rejuvenation treatments,
Yes.
the anti-aging treatments through the IV hydration therapy,
Yes.
which also has very good health and wellness benefits as well associated with it.
Yes, IV hydration is really good because it helps with a number of different things. It is one of our holistic treatments. So it helps to prevent dehydration. It also gives energy boosts to people who are in need. The good thing about IV hydration is that the nutrients are being 100% absorbed because they bypass the digestive system. So you can take a supplement by mouth, but it's not going to be as effective because it'll only digest and absorb about 50% versus the 100% that you get with the IV hydration.
Yes, absolutely. It helps folks with hangovers too.
Absolutely. We have one just for hangovers.
There you go. That's right. Now, what types of problems do some of the other treatments help folks with? You already touched a little bit on the IV hydration therapy.
Yes, so the laser hair removal is a permanent hair removal service that is an alternative to shaving and waxing. So there are people who have chronic conditions such as HS, and they get really bad ingrown hairs and bumps due to shaving and sometimes even waxing. So those people can be treated with laser hair removal for a more permanent solution. And you can have laser hair removal treatments done on any part of the body.
Oh, okay, that's certainly good to know.
Yeah.
And as far as your aesthetic and facial and skin rejuvenation treatments?
We have facials that are tailored to anti-aging, acne, rosacea, pretty much every skincare issue that you can think of, we have a facial for it.
You've got them all covered, right?
Yeah, we got
Depending
them
on
all covered.
helping folks with different skin tones and different situations and what they're looking for, and then customizing the appropriate treatment plan, I'm sure, which you do here at your spa to really bring out the best in each of your clients.
Yes, absolutely. Every treatment is individualized to the client.
Now, how are these treatments performed, if you can just go over that briefly, from the IV hydration therapy to some of the aesthetic skin facial treatments and some of the ones you just talked about?
So for the IV hydration, we first grab a set of vital signs on the client just to make sure that they're stable enough to have the treatment performed, and then an IV is inserted into the arm, and then the nutrients, the IV nutrients are mixed into the saline bag, and then we hook it up and it flows, and the client gets to relax for about an hour while it runs.
Okay, so that's simple enough. They can come at any time, right? Just set an appointment with you.
Just set an appointment and they can come in.
Okay, and as far as some of the skin facial treatments you touched on earlier?
So the Venus Glow basically is an electrical modality that is a part of a traditional European facial. So we still do the traditional European facial. The client is getting a full facial experience with the enhancement.
And as far as the laser hair removal treatment, how does that work?
So the client would first come in for a consultation. We'll speak a little bit about what area they would like treated. We would go over the process. During their consultation, they would come in for a spot test first. We'll check the settings against their skin just to make sure they don't have any reactions to it. And then they'll come on their first visit, shaved and ready to go. They do have to shave before their visits, and then we'll do the treatments.
That's simple enough.
For laser hair removal, the clients need about 8 treatments to see results.
Okay. And as far as the advantages of these treatments that you offer, that you've touched on in some detail now, Sade, how would you compare these treatments that are all non-invasive, that cover a wide range of areas, aesthetic, health and wellness, anti-aging, and others, laser hair removal as well that you mentioned, compared to some of the other options that are out there to really benefit the community and folks in it?
So the laser hair removal, our device is FDA approved for all skin tones, all skin types, and it's more permanent as opposed to shaving and waxing. That's why it's a little bit better. You get more bang for your buck because once your 6 to 8 treatments are done, you're completely done. You may have to come in a couple times a year for touch-ups, but that will be it. And then as far as IV hydration, when you are receiving nutrients intravenously, you're getting 100% absorption versus taking an oral vitamin supplement. For the Venus Glow facials, it's an alternative to more invasive procedures. If someone is looking for an anti-aging solution, they might not need Botox and fillers, which we also do offer here, but they may just need a dermal rejuvenation treatment.
That's certainly good to know.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you utilize an integrative and holistic approach here at your spa as well, right?
Yes.
To really help bring out the best in each of your clients.
Absolutely.
And as far as who would be a good candidate for the folks watching right now, Sade, can you please tell them, out of all the folks out there, who really would be the great candidate for these treatments?
Honestly, everyone is a good candidate. For IV hydration, as long as you don't have any chronic conditions, we talk about all of the chronic conditions prior to the treatment. Pretty much everybody can get an IV drip though, as long as you're over 18 years of age. Some chronic conditions like high blood pressure, if their blood pressure is high on the day of treatment, then they cannot get the treatment because it will further increase the blood pressure. For the facials, anybody of any age can get a facial, from pediatric clients to elderly clients, everyone can get a facial. And for laser hair removal, everyone is a candidate.
And I know it depends on each person and which particular treatment they've come to the spa and to you for, but typically, when do your clients start seeing results?
It depends. So for IV hydration, you pretty much get results immediately.
Okay.
For the facial, that's also pretty immediate. You'll see a glow. You'll have great glowing, hydrated skin immediately after the facial. For the laser hair removal, it would take a few treatments before you start to see results.
Yes.
So patients would have to have at least 4 to 5 treatments before they really see a good result.
And as you mentioned earlier, see, I'm a host that listens, Sade, that it typically takes 6 to 8 treatments on the laser hair removal side
Yes.
to really bring out the best results. But
Yes.
they start seeing results, as you just mentioned a moment ago, after about 4 or 5 sessions.
Yes, and it's likely that they would see a slowed growth of the hair
Okay.
after just a couple of treatments, 1 to 2 treatments, but they won't see the hair fully disappear until about 4 to 5 treatments.
Now, what type of results do your clients and patients experience? Again, I know it depends on each person and his or her situation, but typically or generally speaking.
With IV hydration, usually a boost of energy. If they are adding vitamin C to their drip, then they'll have an immunity boost. If they're adding glutathione, they'll have radiant, glowing skin. And also it detoxifies, so it helps to kind of make you feel less sluggish, give you more energy. For the facial, clients see a radiant glow to their skin. They also see smaller pore size and a decrease in fine lines and wrinkles. For laser hair removal, there is going to be an overall decrease in the numbers of hairs that grow and a decreased rate of growth of the hair.
Very interesting. Great results, in other words.
Yes.
Over as they go through the treatments.
Yep.
And speaking of results, we're now going to hear from a couple of clients of Titanium MedSpa and Sade.
So what brought me to Titanium was the fact that I cannot shave, nor am I able to do waxing. I needed a treatment that would resolve irritation, bumping, and those types of things, and laser was the treatment of choice so that I wouldn't have to go through that regularly. I love the results. To not have to worry about shaving or having to worry about the irritation of waxing, it was just tremendous to finally have something that I could use and to just eliminate all of the hair issues. Her personality is wonderful to make you feel comfortable. The professionalism to explain every detail to you of what's going to happen, how it will happen, her education on it, and ability to go into details of what will be transpiring during the process made it so comfortable for me, especially since I had already dealt with the issues of irritation and from waxing and shaving. So she made it as smooth and easy as possible as a transition for me. I would recommend Titanium Spa because, one, it's professional. Sade, the person who does the work herself, is just wonderful to just be around and to learn so much about your skin and what you actually need. I would recommend it to anyone, and that everyone would just come here if they are looking to actually have services done in a professional and healthy way and wanting to be educated about it.
Sleep deprivation, also energy as well, were definitely my areas of concern. Had a lot of different IVs here. They definitely helped with both of those issues and actually made me feel real revitalized, which was good. The IVs were very quick, easy, painless, very seamless transition to get it done and out the door. I would definitely recommend Titanium MedSpa and Sade just because she's a great person. She definitely knows what she's doing, which I think is the most important thing. And the place is nice, very clean, which is important as well, and just an overall great environment.
We're now back with Sade. I must say the clients were very happy with the results. You're doing some great work indeed, helping so many folks look younger and feel better throughout the region.
Thank you, Rocco. I really connect with all of my clients.
Now we're literally out of time, but I wanted to ask you, Sade, if I may, before we let you go, if there are any other additional services or treatments that you offer that you'd like to tell the folks about, and any additional thoughts as well.
Here at Titanium MedSpa, we not only offer the IV hydration, laser hair removal, and Venus Glow facials, but we also offer injectables such as Botox and Juvederm filler. We also take insurance for prescription treatment of derm conditions such as eczema, acne, and rosacea.
Well, on that note, we'd like to thank you, Sade, for joining us, educating us, and telling us about your beautiful med spa here in Owings Mills, Maryland, Titanium MedSpa, and it was a pleasure having you on our program today.
Thank you so much, Rocco. The pleasure was all mine.